So, one of the things that I wanted to do was get a better global experience. Did a lot of work now nationally on service, a lot of work in Michigan. I did some local government work in elected office. I was a mayor of a community, but I needed a real global experience. And so I then spent a little over a year doing some work with some international nonprofit organizations, traveling to all 7 continents, and just kind of learning what was happening out there. And then when I came back with a new passion to really try to position Michigan and our country in a global context, and began working back with Philanthropy and the New Economy Initiative to really work on a lot of those goals when I came back. Well, I think it's so unique, the American story around nonprofits and philanthropy and kind of this commitment for social service that we have in our country. And to kind of watch that in other places. There are so many countries that I was going to. They're emerging democracies. They are trying to figure out what's the right balance between government and their nonprofit sector there. A lot of the places I went to, there's not a strong element of volunteering or financial giving, and so their nonprofits are struggling with, how do you help create that within a country? And then obviously there's a lot of international nonprofits and international foundations that are helping with that. And so, it gave me a great appreciation to really know the history of American philanthropy and how sophisticated that it is. But it's great to then also be there in the cutting edge, as a country's deciding, okay, how do they set up their governmental structures? How do they, set up the nonprofit organizations? And then you'd also see the tension. We have, a strong push and pull with our nonprofits and government. We advocate for policies and so forth, and then, I'll be involved in some countries where, the government now is pushing back on the nonprofits. They're jailing, their nonprofit leaders because they're maybe opposed to a policy that's being done and so forth. And again, that gave another appreciation to what we have here because, there is a sense that there is the right role for nonprofits to be advocates, to push their government in a direction, but at the same time, that government respects that role. And to kind of watch and see that in other countries was, I think, a great learning experience for me personally.